GVDMTV family, it's your girl, Mika LaShawn. Hey, I wanted to come today. Look, I wasn't even going to talk about this young man anymore, but since my last video regarding Dontay London, of course, he has put out several videos, and I went and I watched them. I still support him. And I had kind of fallen off a little bit, fell back, but decided to still support him. And I looked over his videos, and look, he's done quite a few since then. First, though, before that, let's go ahead, of course, and get what? Psalm 91 equipped. I'm going to give you a chance to go ahead and get that scripture. Get it in your heart. Get it in your mind. And then we'll come on. Okay, thank you all for returning and supporting your girl. So, like I said, today I'm going to be talking about Dontay London. And we're going to listen to one of his, which is actually the last video that he just did. I think this one, to me, is one of the more important ones out of the, I think, three that I watched. However, I am going to go over each one that I watch and give my commentary on it. But the last one, which is the one where he said, I only have 7 days or back on the street. So read my notes here, so because he said quite a bit, and I just want to keep up. So with that being said, the first one I have here that, and I was so happy for him. He said he had an Amazon job. So I'm like, okay, cool. He getting it. He's taking, the advice in which he asked for. So it's not unwarranted advice, but he asked for our validation, even though I sent him a message saying, you don't need nobody's validations but Jesus. However, he'll get it. But yeah, so I'm really happy for him because, see, this YouTube is an awesome platform. However, you can't put all your eggs just in one basket when it comes to your livelihood. Not living in our world today. It's really not as realistic as it once was, back when I was growing up. However, this is where we are. And so, yeah, so I was like really ecstatic to see that. Then I saw where with the one video he went to go apply at FedEx. He went to take his GRUG test, and not sure, I'm sure it came back positive. Negative, which is positive, a good thing for him. But I didn't see where he mentioned whether or not he had actually gotten that job through FedEx. Now, Amazon, he was training during that video. However, I'm sure he has it. So, and nothing but blessings and good vibrations his way. I'm gonna always keep it raw and real, but I'm not gonna rain on his parade and not kicking a man when he's already down. So, but gonna keep it real. So either you take it or you don't. But I'm gonna say it. So how it is. So he mentioned something in that video about, oh well, I don't really need anybody's validation, but you do. You do, Dontay, because you keep coming on here in so many words wanting to get that pat on the back. And then in another sentence, you'll mention that you don't need that pat on the back from us, but you keep inviting us in to see, your downfalls. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with that because it's helping other people. But you can't sit here and say one thing and then say another, because usually they're opposite of one another, which means, yeah, we know sometimes opposites attract, but in this case, they ain't interconnecting there. So with that being said, I just want him to know, Dontay, I just want you to know, if you see this video, honey, you don't need anyone's validation but our Lord and Savior's. And but I am so proud of you as well, so that you are realizing that as a husband, as the leader, that you have now taken that position in which once you took on a wife, that you are now the leader of your household. And I pray that soon you get fully delivered and you become a God-fearing man. Because not that things won't happen, that's not always positive, but you'll know how to better to handle those things. And know that that God got you through everything. He got you. So, moving on. So then the next one I watched, it said I left YouTube and losing everything. That was his title. And this was the one where their apartment, this luxury apartment, they got flooded. And I mean, the toilet flooded all through each room. So, neither here nor there. That's not a great moment for anybody. So, just not a great moment for any of us for that to happen. And then I thought, well, what about his rental insurance? Because most apartments, you have to have, rental insurance these days. So, but then I thought about, he hasn't paid his rent yet. So, most likely, they're not going to cover, if anything was to have gotten damaged or anything, because he had not even paid his rent. So, I think that's how that goes. It's been a minute. It's been a minute for me far as that. So, far as renting an apartment and paying the rental insurance. So, with that being said as well, this is when he went and he applied for the FedEx job. And he said he was gonna do both gigs, because he need that money to build back up. I mean, he's a husband now. And look, I believe he's 28 years old. You gotta do what you gotta do. And you're at the age where you can work 2 jobs. And if that's what you have to do, that's what you have to do. So kudos to him for that. Once again, not that you need my validation, but look, I am proud. So, the other thing, moving on, then he went on and like I said, I got my notes here because it was so many videos. Then he went on the next video, and this was the one where he called about his lights. His lights, apparently electricity had gotten turned off. And I'm just sitting here like, Dontay, you got all this money from YouTube. I mean, like, between probably $20,000-$30,000, if not more than that. And you didn't pay your electricity? This is when I really realized immaturity. I'm keeping it raw and real. Immature. Something flying around. So I'm like, what? Like, you made all this money, but see, this goes to show you the maturity level, because there's no way that your roof over your head, your electricity, your truck note should not be paid before you got luxury furniture. And don't get me wrong, their apartment is cute, it's lovely, but all that doesn't matter if you're sitting in the dark. Like, seriously. So and then I'm about to get on your rib. This is why you both need to get in your Bible together. Hannah, seriously, if he ain't good with it, you were supposed to be working that budget. There's no reason why y'all lights should be turned off. And one thing I learned, don't ever let all the bills be put in the man's name. Even if it's your husband, or if the bills are going to be in his name, you make sure that you have him to put you on the accounts, because God forbid, but if anything was to ever happen to him, you have to be able to get into those accounts. You have to know the passwords. You have to know what's what. So that's a little gem I'm giving y'all young people out here, y'all young ladies out here. The ones, you're supposed to be married, but if you choose to shack up and you're just a girlfriend and not the wife, then make sure you on them accounts too. Or at least have the passwords. Now, if you're the wife, you need to have the passwords and be on the account, because you just never know. And also to the boyfriends and the husbands, even if your wife is responsible for the finances, then make sure that you have the passwords and that she has placed your name as secondary on the bills. Because, God forbid, again, as I said, something happened to her. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Because you can't even, if you're not married, you can't even get the death certificate. You can't even get the death certificate to prove that way that you're the spouse. So you can close accounts, or if a bank account's got money in it, you gotta be able to get to that. So I just want to go ahead and speak that right now. But back to this was the one where he had called and was talking to the electric company, and they finally approved and put him on a plan to get the lights back on, electricity back on, and said that they had to pay $41 as a down payment, which that was excellent, and thank God he had that, you know. But they were to pay $138 each month for 12 months. Now, look at here, doing the math on that. 138 times 12. $1,656. $1,656. That means that they weren't paying their electric bill. But they've only been in this apartment for 2 months. And you already, one, not paying your rent. And you just moved 2 months ago. Then, two, were you not paying your electricity in your low income apartment as well? Because the only way I could see that they say you got to pay $138 a month for 12 months, that means that your bill had accumulated. And now that's your payment plan. Or maybe I'm wrong. You know, maybe up in Michigan it's 138, no matter what your future bill will be. And 138 is what you would have to pay over the next 12 months, no matter what your bill would be. I'm not sure. I thought you would have to cover whatever the payment plan was plus your current bill too. But I could be wrong. So if it's that way, 138 a month over the next 12 months, no matter what your future bill may be each month, then that's cool. But if this is based on you just weren't paying your electric bill, no. And Hannah, honey, the rib. Come on now. Come on. Y'all need to take words of wisdom. Because apparently nobody else is teaching y'all or had already taught y'all these things before you decided to become husband and wife. So, okay. Then it went on to, he got off. Now, he was ecstatic after that. After he got off that call, found out they were going to turn electric, which is great. Yes, any one of us would be happy. But he did not. He did not. Because first thing would have been out of my mouth is, thank you, Jesus. He did not thank the Lord. No, he didn't. Now, I don't know if he did it silently, but hey, he pretty much got everything out on video. He didn't put that. He didn't thank Jesus. And once again, it goes back to his previous videos where he was talking about getting close to the Lord. And I bet you I can't even count on one hand, let alone probably twice, since he probably picked up his Bible to learn the word, learn scripture, and turn to Jesus. Now, I'm not going to say the man ain't prayed, because I don't know that, you know. But I'm just saying, it said judge a man's by his fruits. And that don't mean money, monetary things all the time. But people think that. So, I was disheartened by that. I'm like, wow, he ain't even thank Jesus. Because none of that would have been done if it wasn't for God. Okay. Now, then it comes to his last video. His last video, which is entitled, I Only Have 7 Days. Or basically, he's back on the streets. Back on the streets. So, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and listen to what I thought was the important part to start from. And I'll kind of fill in where needed for my commentary. So, okay, we're going to check this out. And once again, if y'all want to go watch the video yourself, then once again, Dontay London. And it's I Only Have 7 Days or I'm Back on the Streets. Now this, I'm going to set it up. This is where he's calling a temp service to see if they have a job, because he only has 7 days to get that I think $1,300 paid, or they're going to go ahead and continue the eviction process. They've already started it, but they're going to continue it where he'll have to go to court at that point. And then, you know, the fees are still adding up. So he needs to get this paid. And then here we go. Okay, well, I'm getting this set up. Y'all go ahead and subscribe to the girls channel so you won't miss my great videos. Also, those who have been rocking with me, my day ones, twos, threes, thank you. Love you, love you, love y'all anyway, no matter who it is. And definitely wish blessings and good vibrations your way. But hit that subscribe button. That one right there. That one right there. Hit it for me. And look, you've been watching. Thumbs up means you like me. You like what I'm saying. So, hit it for me. Come on. We got to get through the algorithm. Y'all know I'm corny. So anyway, hit the thumbs up for you, girl, please. I appreciate you so much for it. Now, here we go. Make sure y'all can hear this. Jot down a comment, too, of what you think about, first of all, getting on a payment plan and got to pay something out for 12 months. And then, how you feel about taking other people's words of wisdom? Do you really implement it when they give it, or do you kind of just go do your own thing anyway? And then it's like, what was the point? What was the point of the advice if you're not gonna take it?
My name is Dontay London. I'm at Michigan Works right now, and they gave me this number to call to see if you have any immediate openings right now.
Great, we do.
Okay.
Are you able to start our application online at forwardstaff.com?
Yes, I already did it on Friday.
Okay. And then did you go, did you see Kathy and Nicole when you were there?
No. I applied online. The application process online. Yeah. When I come in today, do you think it's a possibility I could get started this week? And
I have positions for tomorrow, yeah.
For real? Okay. What hourly rate and what is the position?
For that area right now, I've got them from 6 to 4:30 for 14 or 15, excuse me.
15. What exactly is it doing? Like machine operating or?
It's going to be a sponge company. They produce and package the sponges there.
Now I will say this: $14-15 an hour. Come on, in 2025, y'all. But seriously, but this is where we at. This is where we're at. You know, I'm not, look, something's better than nothing, definitely. Especially when minimum wages ain't even this. And they should be at least $15-17 an hour, no matter where you live. But when I heard this, I was just like, what? So, okay, here we go.
And sponges and roll pads for like cleaning,
Okay.
car wash, residential, you say commercial. And so it could be anything from like machine operator to quality. You could be packing, getting stuff ready to be shipped out. It just depends on what the lines are running that day.
Okay. And you said that starts tomorrow?
Can you do me a favor though? Yeah.
Okay.
Can you ask for Kathy when you're here, please?
Kathy? Yes. Okay.
Okay. And then I'm gonna let them know to expect you as well.
Okay. I'll be there soon.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Bye. Alright. So let's make it to this temp service. And they said that they have...
Now he drove an hour. He had to drive an hour to this temporary service. So this told me, yes, he definitely wants to make money to be able to keep him and his wife and son in their apartment. So he's doing all the right things at this moment. And this man once again drove an hour. But check out what happens.
Some immediate start positions here, so fingers crossed they can get us in something quick. We really need it. Yeah, she told me I could come out today, fill out the onboarding, and I could start tomorrow.
Did you fill everything out?
Yeah, I did. I just filled out everything.
Oh, yeah. I still need to check it.
Why can't I just start tomorrow if I complete my onboarding today? That's what I'm trying to understand.
Yeah, I cannot answer you why they do the things that they do.
Now, I am a woman of God. This heifer said, I can't, first of all, that little chuckle laugh she did. Then she says, I can't explain to you why they do what they do. So you can't tell me, or at least say, hey, give me a moment, and I'll ask a senior recruiter or somebody, coordinator, to why he can't do his own, once he does his onboarding, why he still can't start the next day. I mean, to tell them something. But you sat there and you're the person that somebody sees first before they even consider testing or applying for y'all jobs. This is the person that you have sitting at the front. That doesn't make me feel very comfortable. It doesn't give me the confidence needed that y'all are pretty much going to work in my best interest. Because see, just like I need a service, I need a job, you all need my services. You all need people to come in and apply and get these jobs so you can get that per diem that's paid out. That stipend, whatever. But this is what she told him. Yeah, no. If I was her manager and I happened to be standing behind her and I heard her say that to someone that comes in, we would have had a talk. That would have been a no-go for me. So of course, rightfully, he's pissed, as I would have been too, because he drove an hour, which means he got to drive an hour back home.
A complete waste of time.
Yeah, it was a waste of time.
You was right here on the phone with me. Just told me to come all the way here. They got a position available. Immediate start tomorrow. Not even got any positions available. It just doesn't make sense. Alright, so just got back from an hour away from where I live, going to that temp service. And I was just a little frustrated because, like, y'all told me y'all had a position available that's for immediate start tomorrow. And then I get there and then now all of a sudden it's not available. I'm at Kroger right now, about to grind it out on my gig, about to grind it out on Instacart and just do everything I can so I can come up with the money by next week, man.
And right here, he's dropping off his Instacart order because he does do that on the side as well.
That's all I really do on Instacart. I grocery shop the orders and then deliver them. One thing I was thinking about doing too was trying to take out a loan from my bank. But like every time I apply for a loan at my bank in the past, they always deny me. I don't even know why though. Like I've been banking with my bank for a long time and they still won't let me take out a loan. Like come on, man. I'm about to go up to Wendy's real quick to see if they got some like some immediate starts going on. And the only reason I'm going inside to see is because whenever a company got like the now hiring signs like actually outside the company, that means they urgently hiring. Right now I'm kind of in the urgent need, so that's why my job search is really about to be towards anywhere that I could possibly start as soon as possible. Hello. Is the hiring manager in? Nope. Not today. You know when she again?
Tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning?
Yeah.
What time?
You usually here between about 8 and no later than 5 or 6.
5, 6. Alright, cool, thank you. So they said the hiring manager will be back in the morning, so probably stop back tomorrow. Actually, probably me and my wife will come. Me and my wife looking for some immediate start positions right now. And I know it sounds kind of crazy, bro. Like, alright, I just canceled my order. I just can't, bro. I can't do no more today. Like, I'm showing y'all clips throughout the day, bro. But I'm not showing every single thing that I'm doing, bro. I done been to so many other places trying to get jobs immediately. It's been a long day, bro. It's been a long day.
Now, right here, when he said he dropped the order, meaning he didn't take another order after the last one he dropped off, I was a little disappointed by that because no matter how you feel, you have to complete the mission. And that's how I felt. And as being on the other end as the wife, that wouldn't have fared well with me. No, buddy, I'm sorry. You can come home and take a break and revamp, but I'm going to need for you to get back out there. Because Instacart is going on to at least 10, 11 o'clock. I think 10 o'clock. And as you see, it's clearly broad daylight still out there. So, no, take a break. Yeah, get your mind together. But get yourself right on back out there, buddy. Because you are the leader. You are the husband. And you gotta go make it do what it do, baby. So that's where I would be at with it. And I understand he's tired. But like I said, just take a breather and then get back out there. But to just decide to just end your entire day, And now I'm wondering on top of that, what happened to Amazon? Because if you're training for Amazon, you would probably be in training about this time of the day. And he said he'd been out or been taking care of stuff since like, I think 6 this morning is what he said. Well, how are you training with Amazon? So, I don't know. I'm looking to see if we're going to see anything else on Amazon. Because I got a question mark on that one.
That's alright. I just need to go home and get some rest. That's all it is. I just need to go home and get some rest. Just wake up tomorrow with a fresh mind, a clear mind. Mine is just too much, bro. Real life, bro, I don't know how I'm about to get all this stuff done, bro. Like, on some real life type talk. I don't know how I'm about to get this done, bro. And it's just like, I'm constantly worried about my truck. You feel me? Because, like, my only source of income, realistically, right now, like I said earlier, is just doing my gig work on Instacart, bro. But it's just like, why I'm so desperately trying to find a job with immediate start is so I don't have to keep driving my car how I'm driving it every single day. You know what I'm saying? If something happened to my car, everything's over with if I ain't got no car. The crazy part is I can't even make my car payment this month. You know what I'm saying? I spent literally everything I had, bro. Everything I had, bro. I'm getting the rent paid for last month. And now I'm trying to figure out how I'm about to get $1,300 by next week. See, the thing is, though, man, I put myself in this position. If you don't know, like, the backstory of my channel, like, bro, I've never had nothing for real. I've never had money, never had a stable job, never lived in market rate until 2 months ago when I was able to move my family into market rate from YouTube, bro. Like, I got lucky, bro. I got lucky that things picked up on my YouTube channel months ago. And, you know, I seen money I never saw before, you know. And so, you know, when somebody broke and ain't never had nothing, and you all of a sudden, you know, come up on a little bit of money, you just start making all these crazy decisions, all these fast moves. And that's just what I did, bro. You know, I saw a little money and ended up moving beyond my means, and now I'm just messed up now, bro. And it's unfortunate that I'm going through this right now, but it is probably one of the biggest lessons of my life, bro. Like, one of the biggest lessons of my life. You know, don't live beyond your means, bro. I don't care what type of money you come up on, bro. Don't get too cocky. Don't get too arrogant. Don't get too flashy, because, you know, success and things of that, especially on like the internet, things like that, that stuff be short-lived, bro, and it's not sustainable, you know, long-term majority of the time. It was my first time really kind of understanding that I messed up for real, bro. And now I'm stuck facing the consequences. I just don't know what to do no more. So, I don't know, man. I gotta try to figure out something. I'm doing all that I can, bro. Literally, I'm trying everything I can, reaching out to every resource I can. And like, bro, I literally just gave everything I have to get the rent paid so we don't get evicted. Only thing I had left was just enough to get us some groceries. And that's why our real life contemplated on even like paying the rent. Cause I'm like, bruh, I already knew that I was still gonna be facing this next week anyways. So that's why I really come to play on the plan. I'm like, I almost just accepted my fate. Like, it is what it is. But it's just, that's me still trying, bro. It's easier to give up than to try. And I'm trying, bro. I'm trying. I just don't know what's about to happen, bro. I don't know what's about to happen. So, we'll see, man.